Presenting the future of Rilla, our founder and CEO, Sebastian Jimenez.
Thank you, everyone, for coming here today and waking up early after a night of a lot of fun. What I'm about to show you, I'm very excited about because it's been in the works for over 2 years. Back in 2022, Rilla launched the first ever virtual ride-along software into the market. And this software didn't just put Rilla on the map, it changed the way we coach. It gave our coaches the ability to coach their reps from anywhere, which is a superpower. Scott Berman from Florida Window and Door, and Mark Curry from Revel Air Kitchens, who's here today, they took this superpower to hire an entire platoon of Rilla coaches they called the Rilla Rangers. And Scott, he hired this entire platoon of Rilla coaches who are remote coaches who work from one centralized location in Florida, who coach all of his hundreds of reps across the entire state of Florida from one centralized location. Christina Godfrey from Beacon Home Services. She lives in upstate New York, but her techs are in Manassas, Virginia. So before Rilla, Christina used to travel once a month to conduct physical ride-alongs in person with her techs. Today, with Rilla, Christina is able to do hundreds and hundreds of virtual ride-alongs without ever having to leave her beautiful home. Christina said to us that she has never been farther away from her techs physically, but she's never felt this close. And just like Christina, and just like Scott, and just like the Rilla Rangers, there are literally thousands upon thousands of coaches around the world who are using this superpower of coaching anywhere to coach their reps from places we couldn't even imagine. Here is Sylvia, who we absolutely love, from My Plumber Plus. She has the most amount of ride-alongs done on Rilla ever, and here she is coaching her guys while she's at the airport. Because Sylvia manages a team of 40 techs by herself, multiple markets. She's constantly on the go, visiting the different offices. She is a world traveler, has an amazing story. She used to work for a nonprofit traveling the world, so she's constantly on the go. And here she's doing virtual ride-alongs at the airport. Here is Eric Smithy from Pella Windows Houston. He is once again here in this picture, caught by his wife doing ride-alongs on a Friday evening at 6 p.m. when he should be spending time with his family. He's just completely addicted to his ride-alongs. And his wife they're here. And here's Pete Marchmont from Gator Guard Concrete Coatings. He is literally coaching his guys at his daughter's swim meets. Okay, let's face it, Pete may not be the best father, but he is indeed an incredible coach. We love you, Pete. He's somewhere here. Thank you for being an awesome coach and a great dad, Pete. We love you. And when we saw our coaches doing this, we realized that the virtual ride-along is so much more than a tool that can increase your productivity. The virtual ride-along is an open invitation to go on an adventure and get the freedom to live your life and coach the way you want. If you can coach your guys while you're traveling at the airport, why not take it up a notch and put this concept to the limit? Why not go out and do virtual ride-alongs while you go on a hike? Why not do virtual ride-alongs when you go on a safari trip? Why not put it to the very limit and do virtual ride-alongs in the sky?
Hey guys, I'm Sebastian. I'm the founder and CEO of Rilla, the leading virtual ride-along software for the home improvement industry. And today I'm here with Alicia Powers, who's the general manager of Kohler Services San Diego. And today we're gonna be hopping on that plane over there, and we're gonna be doing virtual ride-alongs in the sky. This is how it's gonna work. How much time do we got, boss?
6 minutes.
So we got 6 minutes. When this plane takes off, I have to complete 3 ride-alongs on my ride-along inbox, and Alicia has to complete 2 ride-alongs on a ride-along inbox. That gives her 3 minutes per ride-along, and it gives me 2 minutes per ride-along. And we gotta get our ride-alongs done before we jump off this plane, man. So let's get it. The first thing I like to do when I look at the Rilla conversations is I like to look at the talk metrics.
Brittany, overall, this was a really good call. I think I want to check your analytics here.
Let's see how we did. Let's look at the talk ratio a little bit
And there it is. Coach anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. When we say we want you to let you coach your reps from anywhere, we really mean it. And we wanted to put our money where our mouth is, so we test that concept to the very limit. So that was indeed me jumping out of that plane, screaming like a billy goat. That was not AI generated. So that has been our vision for a very long time, to let you, the coaches of the trades, coach from anywhere. That is the superpower of the virtual ride-along. And we've had this vision for such a long time, but there's just one problem with this vision. We haven't been able to truly accomplish it because there's one problem. And the problem was present in all those pictures that I showed you. It was in the skydiving video, and the problem's so subtle that you didn't even notice it. And it's these things. The computers. If we truly want to let our coaches coach from anywhere, we can't be using a computer. What if you want to coach your guys while you're driving? I mean, if you're going to coach from anywhere, it has to be while you're driving. The average Rilla coach spends about 2 hours a day on average traveling to and from work and going to physical ride-alongs. If there's any place that you're going to coach your guys, it has to be while you're driving, but you can't be using a computer while you're driving to type and click. And you're going to end up like this guy.
Pull him up at you. Oh, my brakes. Hey, Frank, are you okay, man? Oh, my brakes. Oh, my brakes.
We don't want you guys to end up like that. We want Rilla to be a tool that increases your productivity and gives you freedom. We don't want you to end up like that. So we realized, ladies and gentlemen, that if we truly wanted to accomplish our vision of allowing you to coach from anywhere, truly anywhere, it became inevitable that we had to bring the virtual ride-along experience from the web to the phone. And that is exactly what we are doing today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are launching an all-new, all-different Rilla mobile app to help you do virtual ride-alongs on the go. That is what we're doing today. And I'm so excited to show you all the new features and how awesome this mobile app is. And we've been working so hard on it. But before I show you, let's take a step back and see where we are today. This is the existing Rilla mobile app. And this app has a very special place in my heart because this is the app that we've had since we started this company. This app took us from 0 to over 1,500 contractors, millions of conversations recorded, and it's an awesome app when it comes to recording conversations. Your technicians, your salespeople, they can use this app in many different circumstances, and it works, and it's great. But when it comes to coaching, it's just not there. It's just not there. You guys know this. It doesn't come close to what we have on the web. I mean, you're a coach. You want to go and see your analytics on the mobile app. I mean, there's just so many numbers here. It's hard to know where to go. And the design is a little bit, not great. And it's even worse when you go to the actual ride-along page. So much information density, the summary, the analytics, the trackers, everything just on top of one another, so many buttons. And when you try to actually coach, the font is so small, it's barely readable. So it's very hard to coach. So it's hard to coach, it's hard to read, and there's some features that aren't even usable. I mean, who here has ever used these filters in the mobile app? Who here? I put these filters on the mobile app myself. I never even once used them, once. So you have an app that's hard to read, hard to coach, some features that are not usable, and that's on the phone. It's even worse on the tablet. This is what the tablet app looks like today. It literally looks like someone took the phone app and scaled it to be the size of the tablet because that's exactly what we did. We took the phone app and scaled it to be the size of the tablet. So it's all out of proportion and it makes no sense. It's not even a tablet app. Same problems when you go to the conversation page. You can't coach, font too small, too much information density. That's what you have now. A subpar experience that doesn't even come close to what we have on the web, where it's virtually impossible to do virtual ride-alongs on the go. That's what you have now. What is new? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is the all-new, all-different Rilla mobile app. thank you. So this is the new Rilla mobile app. It's elegant design with no distractions, simple and beautiful, so taking everything out of the way so you can focus on what matters most. The transitions and animations are super smooth and responsive to every touch, and everything loads super quickly. No more having to wait 2 seconds or 3 seconds every time you load something. It loads instantaneously. The font is super readable, and it adapts to your screen's preferences. It works on dark mode. The colors are pleasing to the eye, and they actually match the Rilla brand. What the hell was that purple? Like, where did we come up with that? It makes no sense. And that's what you have on the phone. And this is what it looks like on the tablet. An actual tablet app that is proportional and responsive to every size, not only on the ride-along list page, but also on the conversation page. We took out all the information density so you can navigate between tabs just like you do on the web, so you can focus on what matters most. And I know what some of you might be thinking. If you've been using Rilla on a tablet for a while, I know you're thinking this, and you're wondering, Sebastian, is it finally here? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the new Rilla tablet app, it works on landscape mode. It works on landscape mode. Yes. And it works with all the keyboard shortcuts that you know and love from the web, so you can actually do virtual ride-alongs on the go with your tablet. So rather than talk about it some more, why don't I just show you what it looks like in practice? So let's go over to demo here. So let's imagine I am a coach and I want to go out and do some ride-alongs in the morning before I get to work. I don't want to wait until I get to my office, so I'm just walking around my house, and when I'm ready to do some coaching, I can just go to my ride-along just like this, and I can begin reading the AI summary. So this is a window company, and I see that Joe discussed some window replacement options with a customer. He offered the customer vinyl window options, which is weird because we always tell them to pitch the fiberglass options first because they're the most premium. And it seems like Joe agreed to follow up in a week and provide additional materials because the customer was getting other quotes. So he didn't close the deal. So now with this summary, I'm curious to see if Joe actually pitched the fiberglass. And right here in the trackers, it doesn't seem like he did. So maybe I want to give him some feedback about actually mentioning the fiberglass as the first option. But before I do that, let me just check something in the integrations tab. I can actually see all the pictures that Joe took from his company cam, and I can look at all of these pictures, and oh, so that's what happened. So Joe didn't pitch the fiberglass because all of these windows are arched. So the fiberglass doesn't bend, so that's why he led with the vinyl. So he actually did a good job there, so I can't give him feedback on that. So if I go back to the script, let me see what else I can give him feedback on. I see he had a lot of objections from the homeowner. So let's see the shop around objection, where the homeowner was talking about some other competitors. So it seems like they want to compare on price and quality or something. So anytime I see this as a coach that, my reps are facing the shopping around objection, the first thing I want to do is I want to look at how they did the company story to see if they actually did a good job differentiating us on something other than price. So I can go in here into the company story and see with the AI tracker score that Joe got a 3 out of 5. So he did do the company story, but he didn't clearly highlight our unique selling points and values to strengthen the company story. So he didn't do a great job here because he didn't pitch our training center and the Google reviews. So just in a matter of seconds, just like on the web, I can go to this part of the conversation and give Joe some feedback here. So let's go ahead and give Joe some feedback. Just like on the web, I can leave a comment, a voice comment, but this time around, let's leave him a movie comment. So let's go ahead and give him a movie comment. Hey, Joe, I'm Sebastian. I'm at the Rilla Masters with a few friends. Say hi, Joe. Joe, listen, man, you did a great job building rapport with this homeowner. I mean, you did a great job offering the vinyl window options. That was awesome. But next time when you are facing the shopping around objection especially, it's always important to lead with a really great company story. You have to highlight the fact that we have a training center and more Google reviews than anybody in the area, because if you do start getting compared with other competitors, there's not gonna be anything other than price if you're not giving them those selling points. So let's role play this next time that we're in the one-on-one meeting, okay? But great job, man. We'll meet next week. And now that I send this comment, just like on the web, I can click this little check right there at the top and complete my ride-along, just like that. And just like that, we just did a virtual ride-along in the palm of our hand. The virtual ride-along in the palm of your hand. An all new, all different Rilla mobile app with all the functionality of the web, with the intuitiveness of the best mobile apps in the world. Very cool, right? But some of you might be wondering, Sebastian, what does this mean for my business? Like I said in the opening remarks, we're not in the business of just producing cool technology. We're in the business of producing things that are actually going to solve your problems and bring you business value. So what does this mean for your business? I have a quick question for all of you. Who here has ever had a situation where you bought a piece of software and the software looked great, it sounded great, it was great, but the implementation failed miserably? Who here? Okay. And those of you who raised your hands, who of you has ever had a situation where you blamed yourselves for the problem? Where you thought to yourself, if I had worked harder to train my team better, if I had gotten better prepared, then this would have worked. This bad implementation, it was my fault. Raise your hands, whoever has thought that. Well, I am here to tell you all today, ladies and gentlemen, that story that you have told yourselves, that story is a myth. That story is a lie. That story is not true. Bad implementations are not caused by the user. Bad implementations are caused by bad products and bad product design. That is what I'm here to tell you. The mark of a great product is not just that it delivers great business value. The mark of a great product is that it becomes so simple to use and so captivating to its users that it becomes a new habit. That is the mark of a great product, becoming a new habit. And at Rilla, we know this deeply, which is why we work so hard and we put so much energy into making sure that our products are so simple to use that they break through the noise and they become habits in the lives of our coaches. We know this. And because we know this, and we spend so much time with so many of you, we know that this mobile app will make Rilla an even stronger habit. For a long time, we've known that the number one problem that our coaches have with using Rilla or doing physical ride-alongs in general, you know what the problem is? It's finding the time to use Rilla, finding the time to do the ride-along. How many business owners here have ever heard from your service managers or sales managers, I want to do the ride-alongs, but I don't have enough time. I should be doing more ride-alongs, more than I am right now. I want to be using Rilla. I know that it's helpful, but I just don't have the time, because of course you don't have the time. Our coaches, you guys are so busy, man. You guys are managing teams of 5 to 10 or even 40 technicians at a time. You guys are doing the profitability reports in the mornings, and you guys are getting into the office first than anybody else. You guys are going out there on the field whenever there's problems. You're being the liaison between the field and the installment department, the marketing. You guys are getting bombarded with calls every 5 minutes. We've seen it. You're trying to do something every 5 minutes. You get a tech calling you to drop the price or to get help to close the deal every 5 minutes. Of course you don't have the time. Of course you don't have the time, because you're being pulled in so many different directions. We know this. If with virtual ride-alongs on the go, we are giving you back your time. Because you see, with virtual ride-alongs on the go, you are free from your desktop. You are no longer constrained to using Rilla by having to set aside some time in the day and waiting until you get in front of the computer. No, you have the freedom to do ride-alongs anywhere, anytime. You could do ride-alongs in the morning while you're cleaning your house or doing your laundry. You could be doing virtual ride-alongs while you walk your dog. You could be more adventurous and be like Sylvia, who on her free time, on one of the few vacations that she takes, she went out and did virtual ride-alongs at the Grand Canyon. You could go out and do that this weekend. You could be like Pete, who went out and did virtual ride-alongs at Niagara Falls. You could be like Josh Campbell, who went out and did virtual ride-alongs at the Super Bowl. At the Super Bowl. That's the beauty of this experience. We didn't have to tell Sylvia and Pete and Josh to go out and do these ride-alongs in these awesome places in the world. They did that because they wanted to. That's the key. They did that not because they had to, but because they wanted to. Rilla will no longer be something that your coaches have to use because you ask them to use it. They will use it because they want to, because it's so damn liberating. With virtual ride-alongs on the go, they will have the freedom to coach anywhere, anytime. And when they have this freedom, they will coach more, which means your guys will get better, which means you will make more sales. More coaching, more sales, virtual ride-alongs, anywhere, anytime. That's what this new mobile app means for your business. And it puts us so damn close to our original vision of allowing you to coach from anywhere. It puts us so close. But we are still not there yet. Because as you shall see, ladies and gentlemen, there still is one more problem. There still is one more problem. And the problem was present in all the pictures that I showed you. And the problem is so subtle that you didn't even notice it. And it's these things, our hands. We want to give our coaches the ability to truly coach from anywhere. You can't be using your hands in certain situations. Again, I ask, what if you want to coach your guys while you're driving? You can't be driving and using your hands to hold your phone and type and click and text. You can't be doing that. You're going to end up like these guys.
Right, it said go to the right.
It can't mean that. There's a lake there. I think it knows where it is going.
This is the
the
lake.
machine knows.
This is the lake.
Stop yelling at me.
No, it's
Stop
up
yelling.
there. There's no road here.
We don't want you to end up like that. So we realized this new mobile app, this new mobile interface that we're so excited about, it doesn't really accomplish the vision. So we realized we had to find a new interface. So we just set out to find it. Back in 1984, Apple Computer changed the world when they launched the Macintosh because they made computers simple to use. And they did this on the back of a revolutionary user interface they called the mouse. Back in 2008, this same company again changed the world when they launched the iPhone. And they did this on the back of a revolutionary user interface, our hands. Instead of using the mouse, why not take out the middleman and just use your hands to interact with your devices? And that is where we are today. We use our hands to interact with our devices. But in 2011, this same company again attempted to change the world when they launched Siri, with the promise that Siri was going to usher in a new era where your voice was going to be the new main user interface that we would all use to interact with our devices. That was the promise of Siri. The voice was going to be the new user interface to interact with our devices. But 15 years later, what do you guys think? Do you think that Siri has accomplished that vision? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Siri. We all use Siri. Siri's great. But Siri's kind of like a generalist order taker. She's great at answering general commands, simple commands. She's great at answering general questions. But in order to do a virtual ride-along, you have to do so many things. You need something that can navigate anywhere in the page, the summary, the trackers, the integrations, the places in the conversation. You need something that understands the full context of a 2-hour-long sales conversation and can answer very nuanced questions about it. You need something that can give feedback, and you need something that can do all of this very quickly, all without having to use your hands. So it became clear to us that if we truly wanted to accomplish our vision, Siri doesn't work for this. Rilla had to find a voice of its own. And some of you might have noticed that earlier when I showed you the mobile app demo, something was missing. Someone was missing. So where is he? Where is our AI friend? Ladies and gentlemen, our AI friend is in the new mobile app. He lives in the new mobile app. But this time around, if you want to go ahead and talk to him, you could go ahead and do just that. You could talk to our AI friend just like this. Give me 1 second. Switch over to demo, please. Hey, Rick.
What's going on, brother? I'm here. What would you like to do next?
Can you give me a brief summary of the conversation?
Sure, Joe Smith met with a customer who wanting to replace 6-7 windows. He highlighted their premium composite materials, offered various discounts, and quoted a final price of $20,752 with financing options ranging from $223 to $409 per month. The customer decided to consult with his wife before making a decision, but kept Joe's contact information.
Rick, can you tell me what the black swan of the conversation was?
The black swan of the conversation was when the customer said they needed to consult with their wife before making a final decision.
Can you take me to that part of the conversation?
Of course, I mean, I'll explain all this to my wife when she's finally done, and I'll explain everything, like, what's the difference between going with chip and cheap versus, how butter
Rick,
is low bill.
was the wife at home during this conversation?
Yes, the wife was home but didn't participate in the conversation.
What was she doing?
She was upstairs with their daughter.
Can you take me to that part of the conversation?
Oh, you're babysitting today, huh?
Well, but actually, my wife's upstairs.
Oh, she's up there too? Oh.
Yeah, but it's my daughter.
1 hour and 2 minutes in the conversation, and this guy's just finding out the wife is there.
Yeah.
Rick,
We've got our first kid coming.
Rick.
So February, he's going to be born.
Hey, Rick.
Nice.
Did the sales rep ever try to bring the wife into the conversation?
No, the sales rep did not attempt to bring the wife into the conversation.
Can you give me a very brief idea of some feedback that I can give to Joe about how he should have done a way better job at bringing the wife into the conversation?
You could tell Joe he should proactively encourage the husband to involve his wife in the discussion, ensuring all decision makers are included for a more effective sales process.
Let's leave a comment. Joe, my man, listen, you did a great job showing up for this appointment, man, but 1 hour and 2 minutes into the conversation, and this is the first time that we're finding out that the wife is there. I mean, this is like 101, man. In the greeting, we should be like, Mr. Homeowner, is everybody here present that needs to be here? Does your wife want to be down here? Because I'm going to be showing you a lot of options for these windows. I'm sure she's going to want to look at the colors. You mind bringing her over to make sure that, I mean, she's clearly the main decision maker, and I would have think she would have appreciated being involved in the conversation. Even when he mentions it, you never made an attempt to bring the wife once you knew that she was there, man. Come on, this is like basic 101 stuff, man. Of course you're gonna get stumped on that objection if you're not even bringing the wife into the conversation. She was right there in the house. So we have to role play this better. Come see me next week for the 101, okay? Now that we've left the comment, Rick, can we end the ride along?
Congratulations, you have reached the end of Ridealongs.
And just like that, we just completed the first ever virtual ride along completely hands-free. That's what we just did. And what that means is that you can finally coach your guys anywhere, anytime. You can finally coach your guys while you're working out. You can finally coach your guys while you're playing golf. And you can finally, yes, finally, coach your guys while you are driving. And we can truly say with confidence to you all that Rilla will allow you to coach from anywhere. truly anywhere. Thank you. But this is bigger than Coach Anywhere. It's bigger than Ridealongs. It's bigger than coaching. It's bigger than all of us. What we are doing today together, ladies and gentlemen, is we are pushing the boundaries of technology forward. What I just showed you right there was the first fully functional, fully capable, fully conversational voice AI interface to interact with your devices. And with this, we are indeed fulfilling that vision of voice as the new interface that Steve Jobs once imagined. Do you remember last year at the Rilla Yacht Party when I told you all that the early adopters of AI technology are not in Silicon Valley, but that they are right here in these home improvement industries? Do you remember that? Well, just like Billy Beane made data science famous with sports, we together, the coaches of the world, we will make voice AI famous around the world with virtual ride-alongs. That is what we're doing today. That is what we're doing today. And when I say today, I mean today. Because what's happening today, right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, is that the all-new, all-different Rilla mobile app, if you are a Rilla customer, or you are one of the tens of thousands of sales athletes around the world, or coaches who use Rilla, the all-new, all-different mobile app is available completely for free, starting right here, right now, in the App Store. And what we're gonna be doing at the Rilla Masters, right here, right now, is at the end of this keynote that's happening in a few seconds, all of you will be getting up and you guys will be going out there to get onboarded into this new experience. Because whoever completes their onboarding will be getting an all-new pair of latest generation of Apple AirPods. And you might be asking, well, what if all 600 of us get all of our onboarding? We are gonna be giving out 600 pairs of Apple AirPods. So go out on an adventure. Go out and do your ride-along. You are free from your desktop. You are free to ride along the way you want. Get up and do your ride-along. Let's make a dent in the universe together. Come on. Go do your ride-alongs. Thank you. To the Primrose Room. Go, go, go. And the ride-along starts now. Go, go, go. We want to get you onboarded to the new app. Go, go, go. We want to give you those for your AirPods. Let's go. We want you leaving feedback hands-free. Let's go. We want you coaching while driving. We want you coaching at the beach. We want you coaching at the gym. To the Primrose and Ridealongs.